there is a lot of advice out there for copywriters, tips, tricks, hot takes, and somewhere along the line, they sometimes turn into scripts, little stories that kind of run in the background. It's like, I've got to keep my rates low if I'm going to get clients. I should be posting on social media more. I'm not ready yet. And sometimes we know that they're not true, but they still influence how we show up, what we say yes to, and sometimes how we stay stuck. So all this week, I'm doing a series called You Don't Need That. I'm doing 5 habits that can keep us stuck. The ones I kind of see trip up great writers, because knowing something isn't true isn't the same as feeling free to do something else. And so this week is all about getting unstuck. And the first one is, you don't need to keep your rates low in order to get clients. And first we need to talk about like why we feel the pressure to keep our rates low. And this usually happens, economic slowdowns, but it happens actually all the time. And so because a lot of it's like, I'm not worth more, so I'll keep my rates low. I might scare clients away. They're telling me that they can get it done for cheaper. Or I'm just worried about hearing no. But here's the truth. There is always someone else who is better, cheaper, faster. But that does not mean we shouldn't have a financially stable, dare I say, thriving business. Because if every single client says yes to your quotes, then you're not charging enough. Yeah? And I know you've probably heard that enough before, but it's absolutely true. It's really easy to go, oh, I'm killing it because everyone says yes to my quotes. But that usually means you are working your butt off, and you could be saying yes less and earning more. So doing less work for at least the same amount of money. And when you're at capacity, that's absolutely one of the signals that you need to restrict how many projects you're booking in. And one of the ways you can do that is with your rates. But I also want you to consider that every single project you do is gaining you experience, which should be triggering a rate increase. But, increasing your rates is not simply a matter of kind of bunging a zero on, okay? If you're at the point where everyone is saying yes to all your proposals, then you're playing at your edge, okay? It's time to actually stretch. And that means not just raising your rates, but really upgrading a lot of your business as well. And I don't talk about a complete overhaul, but with higher rates, I'm talking about stronger positioning. I'm talking about clearer and more well-defined processes. I'm talking about better client qualification. And I'm also talking about how you show up in your marketing. And kind of when you elevate all those areas of your business, that's how you know a rate increase is absolutely justified. It changes the way you run your business and the way you show up. And that has an impact. Now, from my own experience, I know it sounds bonkers, but every time I have put my rates up as a copywriter, I have got busier, more inquiries. So I'm not only earning more from the same number of hours, but I've created a stronger pipeline of work. Because to be honest, really cheap is a little bit suspicious. And as I said, it sounds bonkers. I know, I wouldn't have believed it, but it is true. And I know a copywriter, Sarah Waite, in my Confident Copywriting group, she just put her rates up for a retainer client who didn't blink at all. So if you think that clients will start saying no because you'll put your rates up, the proof is out there. Absolutely not true. But as I said, you want to start looking at all the areas of your business as well. And that will change how you're showing up. So if a rate increase feels a bit scary, just know that it's not because you're not good enough. It's because you're outgrowing your old business model, and it's absolutely time to upgrade. Now, another reason that we might be afraid of putting our rates up is that we're worried about AI and the impact that is having on our pipeline. So that is what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So I'm going to be here every day for 5 days talking about, you don't need that. And I hope you join me tomorrow.